Hello everyone. This is entry number 2. Let's go. And ingay ng mga aso. Hindi ko na film yung last week, pero I think I'm just going to share with you what happened. So, after the first review sa SLRC, we had a little bit of a busy week. Especially those na nag-register and pumunta sa mga programs ng Red Cross. So, ayan. Red Cross, we had our basic first aid training and psychological first aid training. Both of which I attended with my friends. Yung una, nung Wednesday, I think. Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. Probably. We had basic first aid training. We talked about mga minor injuries, mga disasters and something. Oopsie. Tapos, wait, I have my notes here. Ibabangkit ko na lang kasi, oopsie, sorry. Active recall is challenging. Okay, I'll just take my notes. We talked about first aid, basic life support, the objectives of a first aid, legal concerns of giving first aid. Oh, ang weird. Hindi pa pala ako sa sunscreen. Anyway, ayan. Legal concerns, giving first aid, how to give first aid, when to give first aid, who to give first aid to, and ayan. Next is the emergency action principle, like scene size up. What are the steps bago ka magbigay ng first aid? We need to know if the scene is safe. We need to know what happened, what caused the injury, or if there is a nature to the illness leading to that emergency. The role of bystanders, those who are around you, not giving the first aid. The number of casualties, if ever it is a disaster event, like a flood or an earthquake or anything. And asking for permission or consent from the one that you want to give first aid to. And then we also talked about or learned about assessment, primary assessment, secondary assessment, and then we had talked about cardiac emergency or giving CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, what to do kapag there's someone who passed out, there's someone who stopped breathing, someone whose heart stopped. So, kailangan syempre magbigay ng CPR. Meron pa yung mga steps. So, naaral naman namin siya sa nursing school. Pero here, parang na-refresh siya. And then, nag-usap din kami about foreign body airway obstruction, like choking. Pero hindi na namin na demo yung Heimlich maneuver. Only the CPR. And then, we also learned about different bandaging techniques sa head, sa eyes, ears, jaw, shoulder, chest, back, sa arm, and meron din sa foot. Pero yun, sobrang saya kasi it's like a quiz yung pagde-demo namin ng bandaging. Tapos, para meron siyang scoring system. 10 kapag perfect, or it is secure, it is clean looking, and it serves its purpose well. 5 kapag there are a little mistakes here and there, pero still clean and serves its purpose. Kunyari, masyado lang, medyo maluwag lang siya, ganyan. Tapos 0 kapag it's not a good bandage. Pero ayun, I managed to get majority of the bandaging techniques perfect. May isa lang na maluwag daw kasi yun sa elbow. Kailangan naka-flex lang siyang ganun. Gumagalaw daw. Tapos yung sa pag-tie ko. Pero ayun, overall, I did pretty well. Yeah. And then, on Friday, we had the psychological first aid. Diba? Nung Wednesday, basic first aid. So, emergency response to the patient. Kapag merong emergency, an event that happened that led to them gaining injuries. Dito naman, psychological first aid. What to do, what the first aid responders need to do para ma-alleviate yung naging effect ng emergency or ng disaster sa patient. So, dito daw, sabi, hindi siya yung first line. It's like, syempre una si basic first aid, papunta sa hospital, and then dun na magbibigay ng psychological first aid. It's a very unique thing na I learned. Kasi, siguro a lot of people don't really notice that they sometimes give psychological first aid to other people. Kunyari, kapag ka nag-open up sa inyo yung friends nyo, you're the type of therapeutic friend na listening to their problems, giving solid advice, or just talking with them to clear their minds, ganyan, or to distract them, or to help them process the information that's making them overwhelmed, anxious, or borderline like depressed, ganyan. So we learned a lot of things to psychological first aid, and I love the discussion so much. I think I have this inkling towards psychiatric stuff or mental health stuff. Kasi ang dami nagsasabi ng friends ko na very bagay sa akin ng maging psychiatric nurse or something that deals with mental health. So yeah, it was very fun. I realized things na I didn't know I was unconsciously doing to other people. We learned about stress. We learned about the good kind of stress and the bad kinds of stress. And kung ano ba yung bibigyan namin ng psychological first aid, which is distress, yung bad type of stress. The very good thing about psychological first aid is you do not need any kind of certifications. You do not need to be a medical professional to give psychological first aid. Parang it's just being human. Showing people that you know how to listen, showing people that you care, showing people that you're there for them. Parang ayun ang psychological first aid. Very nag-stuck sa isip ko kasi yung speaker namin, she's very eloquent. She's very well-spoken. She's a professional public speaker kasi. Tapos, ang galing niya magsalita. Ang galing niya makipag-engage with the students that were there. And yeah, I learned a lot. I learned what skills needed to be honed in order to give psychological first aid. Pero psychological first aid should not be replaced with or interchanged with therapy. Kasi therapy is like the step up in the ladder sa psychological management. We learn about when to provide psychological first aid, where to provide it, which is anywhere, as long as it is safe for both you and the patient. And who can provide it? As I have mentioned earlier, everyone can provide psychological first aid as long as you learn the basics. Basically, it needs basic human decency. Or baka masyadong malalim na term. Basta yan, you need to learn how to be human. Kasi as social beings, humans as social beings, we always have this need of connecting with other people. And psychological first aid is basically connecting with a person, but not absorbing yung mga stuff na they're experiencing. Kasi if you absorb, you're going to drain yourself. So ang sabi, this is another term na I learned then, adsorbed. Adsorbed meaning like you empathize with the patient, but you're not exactly sucking in the bad energy that they give due to yung pag-share ng kanilang feelings. So, adsorbed is to understand what they're feeling but not exactly living yung kung ano yung experience nila. You're just there to provide help psychologically, to make them feel and know that they are safe in the environment, and refer them to mental health care professionals kapag kailangan ng further help to process their thinking. So, ayun, very grateful ako sa Red Cross and syempre sa CRCYC, yung council. The ones who yung mga punong abala ng program na yun. They did very well. Thank you. Kasi you gave us this experience of having to know first aid, both basic and psychological. I think that's it. Hindi. Ano na lang. Yesterday was a Sunday. So, every Sunday nga, diba, meron kaming review. Hindi na ako nakapag-film sa review center, pero we did have our first ever lecture sa enhancement review. We had fluids and electrolytes, fluid balance. We had the different types of fluids, solutions. And it was a good review for me. Naalala ko yung mga tinuturo sa amin. Tapos, ang cute din ng mga drawings ng lecture namin. We also took a picture with her. She's very well-spoken then. And very engaging to the students. And, ayun, I took many notes. And overall, it was a good review. So that was how my second week went. And then, I'll keep you guys posted and updated for this week. For the next week na netong pivotal journey throughout my nursing school. A pivotal kasi this is a turning point. Ayun lang. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, parang ginagaya ko ng Meritrans, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, comment down below for other themes, suggestions that you would like to see, especially sa series na to, where I'll try to do other stuff na hindi related. Na hindi related sa series na to. Like, food critiquing or going to some place. Kaya, pero ayun, I hope you guys have fun and I'll see you guys in the next few videos. Bye bye!